Hey there, it's me, Red Knight, and welcome back to Heyday. And today I'm going to be talking about the new update that's due soonish. Now, I'm looking forward to this update. It's actually going to be very, very interesting as far as I'm concerned. I played it, I've seen it, I saw all of it when I was actually in Helsinki with the other Heyday YouTubers. While we were there, we got to ask the Heyday team all about it. We had a lot of questions about the game and what's involved and how this new feature was be working, and I can say one thing, that all of our questions were nicely answered, and I'm actually looking forward to giving it a go. So let's actually move on to the next slide, and I will start talking about it in more detail. Right, now as you know, Camilla has been making a lot of sneak peek videos, and she's been giving us a lot of information about the update. Now, one thing she did mention is about new layers on top of daily farm layers or activities. So what does that mean by new layers as such? Well, if you think about the game of Heyday, you've got the farm, which is one layer. If you think about the actual fishing area, that's another layer. If you think about the actual town, that's another layer in itself. So this is going to be a brand new layer within the game. So for me, when she talks about layers, I tend to think of a new area that you can actually go to. Now, they have said that it is going to be truck related, so we do know that there are trucks in the game. So with the 3 truck directions that we've got, one that goes across the river, one that goes down past the station, and one that zooms off into the distance leading to wherever Tom goes, we know that there is a new layer in one of these 3 areas. But what's it going to be? Well, let's have a look at the next slide now and find out some more information. Camilla mentioned exploring. Now, I like the sound of exploring. Exploring is something I enjoy doing in Kobe City, which means walking around and finding new things. Checking out this building here, checking out that building there, going down this street, walking over to this park and having a look. So maybe the game is getting some kind of exploration style feature to it. If so, what does that mean? We know they're buildings, we know it's truck related, so are we going to be driving somewhere and looking for things? Are we making lots of deliveries to lots of farms around the world? What does she mean exactly by exploring? So come on, Camilla, tell us more detail. Now, I think you're going to like this aspect of the game, so good luck, everybody. Exploring is definitely something that I do enjoy doing myself, so I think you will do as you play the new feature. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Let's start having a look at what level the actual game is going to come in. Right, now Camilla said that it was going to be level 25. Frisco said 100 and she pushed him off the screen. Now 25 is a nice level here, and this new feature is going to be available for all players from level 25 and above. Now, is that going to be a problem? I don't think so. I think many lower level players have the opportunity to relax and enjoy this new feature, as do higher level players. My only concern is about actually doing tasks or activities within this new feature based on the products that you can or can't make on your farm. Remember, it is product related and you are doing activities that do require to use those products. So good luck, everybody, and make sure your storage is full up with goodies. Now, she mentioned that this is a new place. Okay, well, of course it's a new place. It's a brand new layer within the game, but you are also going to see other trucks there. So it means that when you're in this new feature, you're not going to be alone. However, if you are driving a truck, then usually there's one driver. So it feels like it's kind of like an individual aspect, but there are other people there as well. So you will be seeing a lot of trucks within this actual new feature, and that's going to be kind of cool. With the new Maggie options that we've got within the game, you've got the ability to decorate and create a wonderful truck. So maybe your friends and people that you know around the world will be keeping their eye out for the truck that you've actually got. It could be the same standard one you got within the game, or maybe you've redesigned it to something more beautiful. But can we interact with those trucks? Can we chat with those people? That is the question I want to answer and discuss now as we move on to the players. Now, for me, the players is an important question. So she mentioned as an example that you'll be doing this thing alone, but you're also doing it with others. So am I doing it with my neighborhood? which is pretty cool. There's a lot of people there. Am I doing it with my friends on my friends bar? Again, that's pretty cool. I've got a maxed out friends bar, but I recycle my friends bar regularly. I've also got about 5,000 friends on Facebook, which are also connected to my game. So you could probably guess that my actual opportunity to play with other people is rather high indeed. Now, I don't interact with everybody. And apologies for that. I just don't have the time, and also with our different time zones is not easy. But we've also got characters within the game. So am I on the left going to be interacting with someone like myself, i.e. Greg, which is a game character, or will I be seeing you players around the world as well? If so, can I communicate with you? Do we get to have the ability to talk? Now, I don't think so. I don't think we will be able to chat with each other. You can chat with your hoodies, that's not a problem. But because of privacy and the ability to not worry other people, I do not feel there is a chat feature. So I was asked about this, and I don't think that one's going to be an aspect here. So you are going to be doing this without talking to other players around the world unless they are in your team, everybody. At least that's my assumption so far. Now, we've actually spoken about buildings. We've seen some initial designs which were kind of cool. There were 3 of those, and they've now shown us 2 more designs, i.e. the final version. There's a truck there as well, and they mentioned that there will be buildings within this new feature. So are these buildings that we own? Are these buildings that belong to other people? Are they buildings as in like a town or a village or part of a city as such? Now, the buildings itself look very countryside based, so I don't feel it's very city focused. And the game of Heyday is not really city orientated. We've got a small town which we have within our game, and in some way the buildings are very similar to some of those, especially if you look at the imagery here. But again, I don't think it's going to be the same as the town we've got. So I'm thinking maybe other farms or buildings that you would go to. It's all task related, as she mentioned as well. So let's go and have a look at the tasks that we've got to do. Now, Camilla mentioned that we have tasks to do, and we've got to make deliveries. So that's very simple. We get in a truck, we go and make deliveries to these buildings. And she said it was going to be farm goods. So that could be crop related, it could be dairy products, other products you get from your animals. It could be machine based products as well, things that you're making and you're selling regularly. So this means that anything that you're making on your farm, you can actually use in this new feature. So depending on your level, depends on what you can and can't make. I would say rely on your actual hoodies to help you out if you need any goodies itself. What's involved exactly in relation to the kind of tasks or things that we're going to be doing and the products that are being asked for, you'll have to wait and see. But as I said earlier in the video, do start making lots of farm goods now. As we get closer and closer to this update, you are going to need more items in your storage, because remember, you've got the town, you've got the fishing area, you've got your trucks, you've got your roadside shop, you've got this new feature. There's a lot of things within the game that does require products. So this means a lot more work, but it also means an opportunity to do a lot more within the game. And I like the sound of that. Now, something unusual that they introduced to us in these videos, and they talked about in Helsinki, was fuel, a fuel generator. It's a spin the wheel option, and as you can see from looking at the spin of the wheel, there is a range of numbers from number 1, 3, 5 and 9. So as you spin that wheel, whatever number it lands on is your fuel count. So if you're only getting 1 can of fuel, obviously your truck can't go so far. 9 cans of fuel, you've got the ability to go a lot further. So sounds interesting. There's also the sun there on the second wheel, and they mentioned the ability to be able to get more fuel within the game by doing specific activities or things like that. So to be able to get fuel for this truck-based activity that we're doing seems to be a very, very, very important aspect of the game. Now, I'm very happy that it is a bio-based fuel, so it's very environmentally friendly, so you don't have to worry about the environment being harmed, everybody. Tokens, tokens, tokens. That is the currency that she has mentioned. So a brand new currency within the game. At the moment, we've got diamonds and we've got coins, but that's for the main part of the game. This tokens is for the feature only from the sound of it. So it looks like you can't actually use these elsewhere within the game, which in some ways I'm kind of glad. I don't really want to be changing anything that I already do within my game and worry about more currency. So tokens you get by doing tasks. So those deliveries that you're making to the buildings via your truck give you tokens. Now the tokens obviously are going to add up. Maybe you get 20 or 30 pink, maybe 3 or 4 green, maybe 5 or 6 blue. So as you get more and more tokens, what can you do with them? Well, I did mention that there is a brand new shop within the game. So we are going to have the ability to spend these tokens on specific goods within the game. And I'm going to cover 2 of those aspects now because I feel that it's very, very important to be ready for this. Now, number 1 that she mentioned is trading for goods. So you're trading those tokens for items that are useful on your farm. Yay! Fantastic! I've always wanted to get some saws and axes, planks and expansion materials, and maybe vouchers and diamonds. So maybe these are some of the goods that you can actually trade for with this brand new feature. So you're doing tasks, you're taking your farm products that you're making on the farm, taking them to this new feature, you're making the deliveries as she mentioned, you're getting tokens in return, and then you're able to go to the shop that's available within the game and use those tokens to get items for the farm. That's a win-win situation for me. Now, the only thing I would say, if there are items that are for sale, then obviously things are going to be different prices. So do look at the tokens that you've got based on the items that are available in the shop. We know that when you're buying and selling within the game, things are valued very differently indeed. Now, the second part that she mentioned that I really liked was about getting decoration. So within the shop itself, you can purchase decoration. Yay! I love deco. I enjoy decorating my farm, as you already know. So if I've got the opportunity to get decoration that's already existing within the game that maybe is a bit on the exclusive side, I'm not disappointed. I like that one. So using the tokens to buy deco, perfect. But they also mentioned as well that there are going to be some brand new exclusive decoration. What that decoration is going to be, you'll have to wait and see as well. Price wise, again, I don't know. So if we got the ability to use these tokens both for deco and for game items, it's all about a balancing game, everybody. So pay attention to what you're actually spending and needing for this actual new area, because if you want to get the decoration and you want to get items, you need to decide which is the bigger priority and use your tokens wisely. Now, speaking of wisely, we also need to be careful of time. As we saw earlier with the fuel generator, there was a specific counter on there, and they mentioned in some ways that this activity is very similar to like the derby. So it's time focused, so it's going to run for a specific amount of time. Exactly how long, I don't know. Is it going to be like the derby that is for the 1 week? Will it run parallel? Will it run differently? Is it something that is always happening behind the scenes? Again, I can't really confirm on that side, but it is time focused, so do pay close attention to that. Now, like with most events, they have a start and an end. So you start the event, you go there, you do it, you participate, and then at the end of the event, the shop opens as they mentioned, and you've got the chance to use those tokens that you have got within the game to buy things. Now, does that mean that you can carry these tokens over to the next event? Does it mean that we can come back at any time later and buy more decoration? That part I'm not really sure, and I can't confirm to you at the moment. But like I said, it does have a start, it does have an end, it is time focused, so pay attention to that one. Right, now I've tried to cover the update here without giving too much information away based on the videos that we've seen from Camilla. Now, if I summarize everything, what do I actually feel? Now, one, it's a brand new layer, which is a new area. So it's kind of like the fishing area, the town, the farm, the derby. It's a new layer feature within the game where you can go and do things. It's truck related, so you're taking your truck depth with produce that you've gained from your farm farm. You're selling them to buildings, and as a result, you're getting tokens in return. You're then taking those tokens to the shop, and you're able to buy resources for the farm and the decoration. So in some ways, it seems like the ability to make items, go and sell items, and then get goods in return for those items. So kind of like a bit of a trading style option, but also very, very different. You can play it by yourself, or maybe you can play it with other people around the world, it seems, because you can take trucks there as well from different backgrounds. Is it going to be hoodies or friends bar or friends around the world? That one you'll have to wait and see as well. Now there's a lot more information coming. Keep your eye out on the actual Heyday Facebook, the Heyday Twitter, the Heyday YouTube page itself, and the other Helsinki 7 YouTubers that went to Helsinki recently, because we will be releasing more information on the days leading up to the update as well. Now don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification, and let me know your thoughts as well, like you have been doing in my live streams when we've talked about this as well. But see you next time, take care, and enjoy the update when it comes. I know I will. Bye now.